My name is Edward Hall. I've been a truck driver in southern England for years now. Through rain, fog, night, and silence, I've kept moving. Because if I ever stop, I remember her, and remembering her hurts. Her name was Elena. We met in a little cafe in Cornwall. She was reading a book. I was buying coffee. Her smile was soft, like music from another century. We met again, then again. Then one day, I couldn't imagine a world where she wasn't there. We were in love, but fate had other plans. Elena died in a car crash 6 months into our relationship. They buried her in the rain, and something inside me was buried too. That night, it was October, cold. I was hauling supplies through Dartmoor, far from any town. The road curved into woods deeper and darker with every mile. Then came the fog, thick and sudden, the kind that swallows light whole. I slowed down. GPS gone, radio static. Only the hum of the engine, and my heartbeat. And then I saw her standing in the fog, blue jacket, book in hand. Elena, my Elena. I froze. She looked at me, calm, then raised one hand and gently beckoned. Come with me. I got out. I don't know why. There was no fear, no logic, just longing. I followed her through the trees, under ancient branches, past stones that looked like forgotten graves. And then we reached it. A mansion, old, burned, and broken, covered in ivy. I'd never seen it before, and yet it felt familiar. Inside, the walls were cracked. Candles lit the hall, though no one was there. Dust hung in the air like memory, and then I saw it. A photo, me and Elena. But that photo didn't exist, not in my world. I turned to her. Elena, how is this possible? You're dead. She smiled, sadly. I may be gone, but love never dies. Her voice began to change, deeper, colder. You promised you'd never leave me, Edward. The floor began to move, soft, like hands under my feet. The mirrors on the wall flickered and shadows crawled out of them, whispering my name. Elena's eyes turned black, pitch black. You belong here with me forever. Morning. I woke up in my truck, door open, clothes damp, as if I'd walked through rain and ash. Police said they found me parked near an old ruined house. But here's the thing, that mansion burned down in 1891. And a girl named Elena, with the same face, locked herself inside after losing her lover to war. Locals say her ghost appears to passing drivers, offering them a second chance at love, but never letting them leave. Now some nights when I drive alone, the radio crackles, and I hear a soft laugh. Sometimes in the rearview mirror, I see a girl in a blue jacket holding a book. She waits still, and maybe next time, I won't come back. My name is Martin Graves. I've driven trucks across England for the past 14 years. I've seen every kind of road, every kind of weather, and every kind of silence that midnight can offer. But nothing prepared me for what happened on that October night. It was cold. The sky hung low, heavy with clouds. I was hauling freight from Devon to Bristol, and my GPS suggested a shortcut, a country lane I'd never taken before. Narrow, old, lined with trees like tall, silent sentinels. I shouldn't have taken it, but I did. The road dipped into a forest. Fog rolled in, thick like smoke. My headlights barely cut through it. Even the engine felt quieter than usual. Too quiet. Then, I saw her, an old woman, standing at the edge of the road. Black shawl, lantern in her hand, face down, unmoving, like a statue carved from cold air. I slowed down, rolled the window. Ma'am, are you all right? She raised her head. Her eyes were white. No pupils, no life. She whispered just one thing. Turn back. This road leads nowhere. My hands went cold. I rolled the window back up, shifted gears, kept driving. But 2 miles ahead, I saw her again. Same woman, same lantern. This time, she was smiling. I slammed my brakes. Looked at the GPS, it froze, then blinked. No signal, no road. It felt like I was circling the same patch of forest over and over. Panic settled in. Then the engine died. No sound, no light, just me. And the fog and the dark. And then I saw her. Not the woman. A little girl. Maybe 6 years old. White dress, barefoot. Standing in the middle of the road, head down, hair covering her face. I stepped out of the truck. "Sweetheart, are you lost?" She nodded. I walked towards her, slowly. 1 step, 2. Then she jerked her head back. Her face tilted to the sky and she screamed. Not a child's scream. A scream that sounded like it had been echoing through coffins for centuries. My ears rang. I stumbled back, and right in front of me, she sank into the ground. Like the earth swallowed her whole. Only a hole remained. I ran back to the truck, slammed the door shut, locked it. My chest was heaving. My hands were shaking. Then I heard a whisper. "I warned you. This road leads nowhere." I turned. She was sitting next to me, the old woman. Her eyes were bleeding. Thick, black tears running down her wrinkled cheeks. Her smile was wider now, unnatural. And then I blacked out. Morning. I woke up in a hospital. The police said they found my truck overturned on an abandoned path in the woods. That road, the one I took, hadn't been open for 20 years. Locals called it Gallows Lane. In the 1800s, it was a hanging ground. Criminals were executed there, thieves, murderers, children even. They say their spirits still wander the road, waiting for anyone foolish enough to take that detour. 4 drivers have gone missing on that route. I was the first one to come back, but I didn't come back whole. Now, whenever I'm on the road at night and I see an old sign that says, "Detour, local access only," I turn around, because I know now. Not all roads lead somewhere. Some roads take you to places you're never meant to return from. My name is Martin Haxley. I've been a long-haul trucker for over 20 years across the northern stretches of England. Winding roads, gray skies, silence. Fear was never something I carried. Until that night. I was driving a load from Devon to Leeds. The roads were quiet. Fog hung low like a second sky. The GPS kept rerouting, recalculating again and again. The route became unfamiliar. Then I saw it, an old wooden sign by the roadside. Ashridge, 3 miles. I had never heard of it, but somehow it felt like I should have. Ashridge was small, empty, ancient, stone houses, shuttered shops, a broken chapel. I stopped the truck. There was a dimly lit cafe still open. I stepped inside. Warm air, faint jazz, smell of burnt tea. An old woman behind the counter looked at me. "You came back," she said. I frowned. "Ma'am, I've never been here." She smiled, like someone trying not to cry. "Yes, first time, of course." As I stepped out of the cafe, I froze. Someone was standing by my truck. Me. Same face, same jacket, same boots, same everything. He looked right at me and calmly said, "You're not the traveler. You're the road." Then vanished into the dark. I drove away fast, tires spinning, heart racing, but after 20 minutes, there it was again. Ashridge, 3 miles. I turned around, drove another route, same sign. Ashridge, 3 miles. No matter where I went, I always ended up back at that village, like the road was folding in on itself. I pulled over. My hands were shaking. I checked my license. Name, Martin Haxley. But the photo? Not me. My voice cracked. What is this? I felt something shift in my head, like a memory I didn't know I had. Whispering. I left the truck, walked into the woods behind the cafe. Fog wrapped around my legs. My feet moved on their own. There was a stone, half buried, covered in moss. A gravestone carved into it. Martin Haxley, the one who searched for himself and found what he had buried, died 1998. No, that can't be me. I'm alive, I'm driving, I remember. But do I? Behind me, a voice. My voice. Do you remember now? I turned. There I was, again, smiling. They say if you're driving from Devon to Leeds on a quiet night and you see a sign for Ashridge, don't stop. Don't eat, don't speak to anyone. Because if you remember who you really are, you might never come back. Because some roads aren't for traveling. They're for finding what was buried. And once you find it, you take someone else's place.